Plovdiv is the second largest city in Bulgaria with a population of 341,567 inhabitants as of 2015. It is the administrative center of Plovdiv province and the municipalities of the city of Plovdiv, Maritsa municipality, and Rodopi municipality, whose municipal body had a population of 404,665 inhabitants as of 2015. It is an important economic, transport, cultural, and educational center. Plovdiv has been continuously inhabited since the 6th millennium BC. In the end of the 4th millennium BC there already was an established Neolithic settlement there. In the 12th century BC the village evolved into a real town populated by Thracians, ranking it among world's oldest cities. It was possibly invaded by Persians, later by Greeks, Celts, Romans, Goths, Huns, Bulgarians, Slav Vikings, Crusaders and Turks. On 4 January 1878, Plovdiv was liberated from Ottoman rule by the Russian army. It remained within the borders of Bulgaria until July of the same year, when it became the capital of the autonomous Ottoman region of Eastern Rumelia. In 1885, Plovdiv and Eastern Rumelia joined Bulgaria. Plovdiv is situated in a fertile region of south-central Bulgaria on the two banks of the Maritsa River. The city has historically developed on 7 Sinite hills, some of which are 250 meters high. Because of these hills, Plovdiv is often referred to in Bulgaria as the City of the Seven Hills. Plovdiv is host to cultural events such as the International Fair Plovdiv, the International Theatrical Festival, a stage on a crossroad, and the TV festival, the Golden Chest. There are many remains preserved from antiquity such as the ancient Plovdiv Roman Theatre, Roman Odeon, Roman Aqueduct, Roman Stadium, the archaeological complex Irene, and others. The oldest American educational institution outside the United States was founded in Plovdiv in 1860, which was later moved to Sofia, today's American College of Sofia. On 5 September 2014, Plovdiv was selected as the Bulgarian host of the European Capital of Culture 2019. Name: Plovdiv was given various names throughout its long history. Kendrizia is the earliest one attested on artifacts and is probably derived from cedar forests which ancient writers mentioned, or from Thracian tribe, Kendrisi. According to Ammianus Marcellinus, Plovdiv's written post-Bronze Age history lists it as a Thracian fortified settlement on the three hills named Eumolpias Vetus, after an actual, mythical Thracian king Eumolpus, who may founded the city in 1200 BC, or from the Vestal Virgins in the temples, Abmolpia. The city was renamed Philippoupolis, or the City of Philip, in honor of Philip II of Macedon, possibly in honor also of Philip V or Philip the Arab, as the name was first attested in the 2nd century BC by Polybius in connection with the campaign of Philip V. Philippopolis remained the name by which the city was known through most of its recorded history, and in British English the name Plovdiv officially replaced it after World War I. The city had been nicknamed Scoundrel City and Adulterous City by hostile Greek tradition, first mentioned by Theopompus in the 4th century BC, and pejorative relation to the conquest of the city by Philip II. According to Strabo, before Philip II settled the most villainous people of his kingdom in the city, it had been called Calibi after the Thracian nymph. Another name, Pulpideva, was first mentioned by Jordanes in the 6th century, which may be a translation of Philippoupolis, but may have predated this name, having the meaning Lake City in Thracian, or the name of the goddess of agriculture. The word Deva, Dava, div, is certainly an ending for Dacian and Mosian place names, possibly similar to Greek Polis and Thracian Para. In the 3rd–1 stone century BC there had been a town by the name Odrysia and Odryuza, derived from the Thracian tribe Odrysae. It was mentioned in the 6th century by Stephanus of Byzantium, and according to some this was a name of Plovdiv. After the Romans had taken control of the area, the city was named in Latin Trimintium, meaning the three hills, mentioned in the 1st century by Plinius. Disambiguation needed. At times the name was starting with Ulpia, Flavia, Julia after the Roman families. The city had developed slavery to the degree to be nicknamed the City of Slaves by Greek writers. The Bulgarian name Plovdiv was first mentioned in an apocryphal book of the 11th century, which evolved from the Thracian name Pulpideva. It is a result of the meeting of some Indo-European languages and through the evolution have lost any meaning. The Crusaders mentioned the city as Prinipal, Sinople, and Phenopol. The Ottomans called the city Philip, a corruption of Philip. Geography. Plovdiv is on the banks of the Maritsa River, southeast of the Bulgarian capital, Sofia. The city is in the southern part of the plain of Plovdiv, an alluvial plain forming the western portion of the Upper Thracian plain. The heights of Sredna Gora rise to the northwest, to the east of the Chirpan Heights, and the Rhodope Mountains surround the plain from the south. The city had originally developed to the south of Maritsa, and expanded across the river only within the last 100 years. Modern Plovdiv covers an area of 101 square kilometers, which is less than 0.1% of Bulgaria's total area. This makes Plovdiv the most densely populated city in the country, with 3,769 inhabitants per square kilometer. Inside the city proper are 6 syenite hills. In the beginning of the 20th century, there used to be 7 of them, but one was destroyed. 3 of them are called the Three Hills, the others are called the Hill of the Youth, the Hill of the Liberators and the Hill of Danov. Climate. Plovdiv has a humid subtropical climate with considerable humid continental influences. There are 4 distinct seasons, with large temperature jumps between seasons being common. Summer is hot, moderately dry, and sunny with a July and August maximum average of 31 degrees Celsius. Plovdiv sometimes experiences very hot days which are typical in the interior of the country. Summer nights are mild. Autumn starts in late September, days are long and relatively warm in early autumn. The nights become chilly by September. The first frost occurs on average by November. Winter is normally cold and snow is common. The average number of days with snow cover in Plovdiv is 33. The average depth of snow cover is 2 to 4 centimeters and the maximum is normally 6 to 13 centimeters, but in some winters it can reach 70 centimeters or more. Average January temperature is -0.4 degrees Celsius. Spring arrives in March, but that season is cooler than autumn. The frost season ends in March or in April at the latest. The days are mild and relatively warm in mid-spring. The average relative humidity is 73%, being highest in December, with 86%, and lowest in August, with 62%. The total precipitation is 540 mm and is fairly evenly distributed throughout the year. The wettest months of the year are May and June, with an average precipitation of 66.2 mm, while the driest month is August, with an average precipitation of 31 mm. Gentle winds are predominant in the city with wind speeds of up to 1 meter per second, representing 95% of all winds during the year. Mists are common in the cooler months, especially along the banks of the Maritsa. On average there are 33 days with mist during the year. Climate table.